folks, to our blending lesson today. So today we're going to be working on the tree card, which is a long E sound, where it will be spelled with either E-A, E-E, E by itself, I-E, and remember with I-E there will always be a letter on each side. For each of these others, sometimes you will see E-A at the beginning of a word. You won't see it too often at the end. Sometimes you will see E-E at the beginning of the word, but you may also see it at the end. You will definitely see it in the middle. If it's making the long E sound and it has E-E, it will typically be in the middle. And we know from Unit 3 that E blank E also says that long E sound. So this is Unit 4, Week 2. So we're going to do our high frequency words first, and of course make sure you're practicing. You can turn the sound off, revisit this video at another time so that you can really practice as you go. Woman, right, caught, flew, food, warm, blue, small, give, ate, animal, hour, other, into, more, start, laugh, were, hard, near, would, found, listen, know, over, find, because, or, carry, about. Wonderful. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first word, eat. Your turn. Eat. 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 So this word eat is an example of the vowel team EA coming in at the beginning of the word. So EA says E, and CH, ch, remember that digraph, E, ch, each. Oh wait, I thought the word was eat. My bad. Each, E, ch, each. All right, so next word, eat. Your turn. E, t, eat. All right, so this word, eat, is another example of the vowel team, EA, working together to say long E, comes at the beginning of the word. And T says ta, E, t, eat. Excellent. Okay, next word, seat. Your turn. S, E, t, seat, seat. S says S. EA, vowel team, working together to say the E sound. And this is an example of the EA coming in the middle of a word. And T says ta, s, eat, seat. All right, next word, sleep. Your turn. Sol, E, p, sleep, sleep. SL, one of those beginning blends. S-ol, soul. And E-E, vowel team, working together to say that long E sound. And this is another example of E-E coming in the middle of a word. P says pa, sol, e, sleep. All right, let's go ahead and read our first line. Each, eat, seat, sleep. Your turn. Lovely. Next word. See. Your turn. S, E, see, see. S says S. And EA, vowel team, working together to say that long E sound. S, E, C. So this spelling of the word sea, S-E-A, is like the ocean. And if you have E-E, another spelling of the long E sound, you have the word see, which is, you're looking at something. And that word, see, is also a high frequency word. So now you can kind of sound it out. Next word. Cheese. Your turn. Cha. E. Z. Cheese. Cheese. Remember, CH, that digraph, you will never be able to sound it out. It will never ever be kaha, ka-ha, or sa-ha. It will never ever be like that. You just have to know that CH, when they're together, say cha. So cha. E, that vowel team, working together to say that long E sound. S says s, cha, ease, cheese. Okay, so this sounds like the word cheese. C-H-E-E-S. It sounds like the word cheese. But the way that cheese is actually spelled, with a silent E at the end. So it doesn't say anything. Remember, it's silent. Cha, ease, cheese. So look, now we have a second reason that we know that this word has a long E sound, because not only does it have E-E in the middle of the word, it's an E blank E word. So remember, blank E words, the E is silent. Okay, next word. Wheel. Your turn. Wa. E. O. Wheel. Wheel. Like the wheel on your car. W-H, another digraph that you won't really be able to sound out. W-H, when it's together, it just says wa. So that H, kind of silent. Wa. And then vowel team, two E's, working together to say the long E sound. Wa. E. And L says O. Wa. Eel. Wheel. All right, next word. Real. Your turn. E. O. Real. Real. Like something is real. R says E. A. Vowel team. Working together to say the long E sound. E. Re. L says O. Eel. Real. All right, so I'm going to turn this word real into unreal. So I'm going to add a prefix, un. So we talked about prefixes a little bit this week. And that prefix, un, means like not. So in this word, unreal, it means not real. So we might say that fantasy is unreal, or a fiction story is unreal. Okay, let's read our second line. C, cheese, wheel, unreal. Your turn. Wonderful. All right, next word. Teach. Your turn. Ta, e, ch. Teach, teach. T says ta. And E-A, working together, vowel team, to say the long E sound. Here comes that digraph, cha, at the end of a word that you'll never be able to sound out. You just have to know. C-H, cha, ta, E, ch, teach. Next word. Hook. Your turn. Ha, k, hook, hook. So notice this word hook, I don't hear a long E at all. Huh? I hear that. That book card where O, Okay, says ka, ha, hook. All right, next word. Zip. Your turn. Z, I, zip. Z says z. I says I. There's no blank E. There's no E, buddy. There's no silent E. And when I say the word zip, we only hear I. And P says pa, z, ip, zip. Okay, so this word zip is like you're going to zip your jacket. And that means that you're going to do it in the future. Like later on today, I'm going outside, so I'm going to zip up my jacket so I don't get cold. But if I want to put it in the past, if I want to say, I zipped my jacket yesterday because yesterday when I went outside, it was cold, I will have to double the consonant, the final consonant, P, and then add ED. Okay, so this word, zipped, zipped. So it almost sounds like this P-E-D, almost sounds like a T. Zipped, zipped. All right. So now, what would you do after you went outside? You zipped your jacket before you went outside. So what would you do after? When you came inside and it was warm, so you want to take off your jacket. You unzipped your jacket. So in order to make unzipped, I'm going to add this prefix un. Then it becomes unzipped, unzipped, unzipped. So like I've said before, if you can chunk the word, get used to seeing un as un instead of un, then it might be easier to sound out a word. Because if you're trying to sound out un, and then you get to Z and you say I, and then you say P, and then you say E, and then you say D, when you try to put it all together after you say all those sounds, you kind of forget what you were talking about at the beginning. Okay, so last word, huge. Your turn. Ha, you, ja, huge, huge. So this word, huge, is using that soft G sound. H says ha. It's also using that U blank E. Ha, you. And then G says ja. Ha, huge, huge. So there's actually two clues in here about what it's going to sound like. The U blank E, because remember it's got its buddy E. Silent E though. And also the GE, those two letters together, tell you that it's going to be a soft G. It's going to say ja, ha, you, ja, huge. So yeah, that's a lot of things you kind of have to juggle in your brain. Teach, hook, unzipped, huge. Your turn. Wonderful. So let's do a sentence. Jay says, ja, beginning of a sentence. It could also be a name. EA, vowel team, working together to say that long E sound. Ja, E. And says, ja, een, Jean. So yeah, Jean is a name. In this sentence, Jean's a person, so that means she's also a noun. So Jean, and then a comma, have a little comma, and we've talked about apostrophes with, such as contractions and things like that. And an apostrophe is when it's basically a comma that's up in the air, okay? And that would mean that something belongs to someone. A comma is down near the bottom of the word. And that comma just means you're going to pause. You're going to wait just a second before you go on to the next word. So, Jean, pause. And then we'll have the rest of the sentence. PL, pull, pull. EA, vowel team, working together to say the long E sound. Pull, E. S says S. Pull, ease, please, please. So this word, please, is spelled with an E at the end. And it is a silent E. So this is kind of a weird one because the sound that we hear in the middle is the long E sound. Pull E. But a blankie, oh wait, that normally says long A. Pull E A's, that doesn't quite make sense. So the word please, you kind of just have to know that SE at the end is that E is silent. Just gonna say pull E's, please. So Jean, please. Prefix, pre, which means before. H says huh. EA, vowel team, working together to say that long E sound. Pre, huh, E. T says ta. Pre, huh, eat, preheat. So remember, preheat just means that you've already done it. So when you want to bake something in the oven, you would preheat the oven. Jean, please preheat. High frequency word, the. Again, this is one that you'll never be able to sound out. You just have to kind of know that THE is what word? The. Okay, Jean, please preheat the. Now this word has some sounds we haven't quite done yet. Oven. So oven. So this word uses O to say It kind of sounds like the U sound. N. Oven. Jean, please preheat the oven. High frequency word for. L says excuse me. U says N says Maybe you can guess what the word is and what sound comes next. CH. Cha. Lunch. All right, let's read our sentence. Jean, please preheat the oven for lunch. Your turn. Wonderful. Okay, so we need some punctuation. So I would say that this sentence just gets a period. Because whoever is saying this is just asking Jean to do something. She's not asking her, Jean, will you preheat the oven for lunch? She's just kind of telling her, Jean, do this, please. All right? So let's do some nouns and some verbs. So we already know that Jean is a noun because we just talked about how it's a name, it's a person. So what else is a noun? Something you can touch. Oven. You wouldn't want to touch it, especially after you've heated it because it would be hot. And lunch is also going to be a thing. So lunch is it's going to be like a time. Like they're going to preheat the oven so they can have their lunch. And they're probably going to touch their lunch while they eat it. Jean, please preheat the oven for lunch. So we have one verb. So what is Jean doing in this sentence? She's going to preheat the oven. So that's what she is doing. All right. So let's read our sentence once more. Jean, please preheat the oven for lunch. Your turn. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your focus and your participation. We'll see you later.